Good evening, everybody. This is Robin with another edition of Horror Pop After Midnight. And my guest tonight is Italian filmmaker Antonio Pantoja and aspiring young filmmaker Echo. How's it going, guys?
Very good. Thank you so much for having us, man. You're awesome. I've listened to so many of your shows, and you are amazing. So we're super thankful to be here.
Thank you so much. I got a question for you, Echo.
Okay.
Okay. Do you think the truth is out there?
He's talking about aliens.
I don't think so, though.
So what got you...
Still hiding.
Yeah. Echo, so what got you to make a film about aliens?
Well, I thought there's not that many films out there, about aliens. And that there should be more. So I did one about aliens.
So how'd you come up with The Walk?
So, when my dad charges his car, this was a pretty long time ago, but he would, go drive up to the little charger, and then we would have to walk back home. But the scary part about it was, it was really dark when we did it. And when it was really dark, it was scary. And we were like, is there somebody behind us or something? So, sometimes we would, run home. And then after I thought of the idea, he was scared to walk home by himself.
That's true. So, I charged my car a couple blocks from the house, and then we always walked to the house. And yeah, man, we were pretty scared to walk. I mean, it's kind of scary. And then when I was walking home alone, after she told me the idea, I'm like, it is kind of scary, a primal fear of a kid walking home for the very first time alone from a friend's house or something. And that's how she thought about it. It took her 8 months to find that mask, by the way. Everybody thought it was makeup, but it was a mask. So she'd been shopping for that for literally 8 months. And then she decided on that. And I'm like, are you sure that's the one? And she's like, yes, I want it to be an alien. Okay.
Yeah, that alien, I thought it was makeup too, because that alien looked like it was lifelike, how I portrayed it, but I didn't know that was a mask.
Yeah, it's a silicone mask. And what's weird is a friend of ours played the character, and he talked with the mask. And it looks so much more real, when somebody's talking and moving their mouth. I'll send you a video of it. It looks way more real than, when they're, I don't know. It looks like it can be manipulated into, with CG or something like that. But in person, man, that thing, or if he's talking, I mean, it looks like makeup. It moves with his eyebrows. I mean, his mouth, his bone structure, it's crazy.
Now, let's talk about that cool Offspring song from The Offspring. How'd you get permission to use Offspring's song in your film?
Yeah, she probably doesn't know specifically. Do you go ahead and tell me?
Licked.com.
Yes. Licked.com we found it on. And I think it might not be .com, maybe it's .app. But Licked, L-I-K-D, I think just if there's any aspiring filmmakers out there who are looking for really good songs, big songs that you really can't get a hold of, you can get a license for big songs on there. I mean, they have Deftones on there, popular Deftones songs, not just the stuff nobody's heard of. They've got popular stuff on there. And initially, tell them what you initially wanted to put on there. We looked for.
So I wanted that song called, what is it?
Play With Me, yes.
Okay, so I wanted a song called Play With Me by Extreme, but they didn't have it, which is very sad. And then we found this other song, and it was the kids on the street,
Yeah, I think the lyrics is what really she loved about that Offspring song. And there's a couple Offspring songs that the lyrics almost could be interpreted to a neighborhood that had been invaded by aliens. I swear, and that is one of them. But she wanted Extreme Play With Me, which is on Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure,
yeah.
When the mall scene, that's that iconic Nuno Betancourt solo. She loves that. She listens to it all the time. So when she initially wrote this, that's what she had in mind.
Hey,
so we couldn't get it.
Hey, that Offspring song really hit the touch. I was rocking to it while I was watching the film, so.
Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome.
Also, Echo, congratulations for getting a award for Emerging Director at Fright Night Film Fest. How's it feel to get your very first award on your very first film?
It feels awesome, because soon I want to have more awards than him.
I don't know if you heard that last part. She said, it feels awesome because soon I want to have more awards than him. Me.
Oh, so Hey, that's awesome. You're going to follow your dad's footsteps into filmmaking. So are you going to be going into more of like the horror sci-fi, or are you going to do all genres?
Just basically horror.
Yeah, she likes horror a lot. We watch a lot of horror. I'm hoping that she's going to come up with some like comedy ideas and stuff that will be fun for her and her friends to do. But yeah, she's got her next one ready to go now, and I can't even tell you the person's name, but they've done some. They've worked with Martin Scorsese literally, and they said they were coming to her premiere. I didn't believe them. They actually came, and I told them her new short film idea, and he was like, I get pitched stuff all the time, and that is literally the best pitch I've ever heard. Swear, I couldn't believe he was not BSing me. Totally real. And yeah, man, he's legit work with Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio. This dude is legit. Just work with Will Smith, and that's what he told me.
That's amazing how he came to see that film. So, what was going through your mind when that happened?
I was really scared. I was like, are they gonna like it? Are they not? Oh gosh! And then I was like, am I gonna get warned? I don't know.
Were you able to hear her?
Can you tell me what you said?
Repeat one more time, just a little louder.
Okay, so I was like this. I was really nervous, and I was like, are they gonna like it? Are they not? Am I gonna get a award? I don't know. I was really scared.
Yeah, she was nervous, and then Elizabeth was on Stranger Things, and she was actually there as well. And then she pulled me aside. She's like, Antonio, her mom did, and she's like, Elizabeth is nervous, and I'm like, she's nervous? Like, she's been on Stranger Things, like that's crazy. And but everybody loved both of them.
How'd you guys get Elizabeth from Stranger Things? How did she become part of this project?
You know, I heard about a girl who was on Stranger Things who was from where we're from, Louisville, Kentucky. And it's not like a huge film place here, but we are bringing some awesome film stuff here. There's a lot of talented people, a lot. Well, we found out that she was on there, and then I found out who her mom was, and I didn't realize that I had been already talking to her mom for a couple of years. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. So Echo had auditioned. She auditioned several people for like all of the roles. But then I asked her, I said, hey, Echo, I know you're casting the lead. Is it okay if I ask Elizabeth? She was on Stranger Things. I don't know if she's going to say yes. I have no idea. So then we sent the script to her mom. And then her mom said, Elizabeth reads her own scripts now. She chooses what she wants to be in. I have nothing to do with that. So I'm going to send it to her. We'll see what she said. And then she read it. She really liked it. And Elizabeth was so awesome. She knew the script better than Echo and I. And I know it's a very short script, but she was very detail-oriented. She knew everything. She is extremely professional. She's probably the most professional person I've ever worked with, not just kid. And she was awesome, man. She had a blast, and she's just humble as it gets, and she's accomplished a lot.
Yeah, one scene I liked in the film was all that, retro vintage arcade games and systems. That reminded me as a little kid back in the 80s with my old Nintendo and all that. That was amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's Echo, do you want to talk about that a little bit? Because you chose that specifically.
Okay, so it was actually my dad's friend's house. And I was like, I really like this place. And we asked him, and he was like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll let you film here. And I was like, yes. And I was very excited. And then we got to film there. And I was like, I kind of want to make this like 80s type of movie. I was like, it's so good.
Yeah, so she really wanted to do an 80s film. My film is an 80s film, and we watch a lot of 80s horror. That's our favorite. And she's really like into retro stuff and video games and stuff like that came out in the 80s. Still today, they still hold up, and she loves them. So we asked my friend Tuck, who used to be in a band called the Villbillies, who was extremely popular here. And now he produces music still. But he's got his own podcast. It's called The Retro... Oh my God, he's going to kill me if I forget the name of it, because I should definitely know this. But his podcast is amazing. And he does a podcast. He collects, him and Will Walk, a friend of his. They collect all kinds. He's got the Power Glove. He's got like signed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NES game, original game by like all the people that made it, like just crazy stuff, tons of stuff, all the Nintendo Power magazine. And Echo loves that place, and she loves his family and his kids. So she was dying to shoot there, and I've moved from Shelbyville a long time ago. That's where they were at, Shelbyville, Kentucky, and she said, I want to shoot this thing in Shelbyville because I love Tuck's house. So yeah, it's awesome, man.
And I love the ending. That was a great twist. How'd you come up with that twisted ending like that? That really got me. I was like, wow.
Yeah, what's funny is she actually had a different ending in the beginning. Like when we first started writing this, and I'm like, she just we didn't know what we would be capable of doing. Because she had two ideas. One of them was she wanted the alien to bite the kid's head off on camera. And I didn't know if I could pull that off, like myself, like very limited, After Effects and editing and stuff like that. And then her sister, my other daughter, who's older, Mia, she's actually very creative as well. She said, since this is like a person, like an alien who takes over somebody, like it took over the mom.
Yeah.
And it took over another kid, which is why it was in a hoodie. Since it takes over kids, why don't you have it like pull the skin off the kid? And I'm like, well, that would be really like crawl inside the kid. And I thought that was awesome too. But yeah, like even when we were picking like the what do you call it? The wardrobe for the alien, I said, Echo, what do you want it to wear? And she said, well, I want it to wear a hoodie. And I said, why do you want it to wear a hoodie, buddy? And she's like, well, because it already took another kid. I was like, oh my God, that's so good. But yeah, they're both, her and her sister, are very creative.
Yeah, I love the cinematography shot of where the alien in the hoodie was following her down that sidewalk. That gave me creepy chills. It kind of reminded me of like being followed by another, myth, the black-eyed children. It kind of reminded me of one of the black-eyed children stalking one of its victims while the victim's walking home.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I never theorized that, but yeah, a friend of ours, Justin, he's a great character actor, played the alien, and Echo loves Justin, and we've talked to Justin. He's a really creative film guy too, but he wanted to. Well, I asked him, I begged him to be the alien. He had to be. And a really good-looking guy under the mask, best-looking guy I know, and he's always masking my stuff. But Echo wanted him for her thing, so yeah, man, it was really cool. He was great. He's good at getting in character.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool because I love how you did it with the aliens and seeing the hoodie. I was like, okay, she's doing aliens. Maybe she added one of the black-eyed children, which is a hybrid of a half human and half alien. So I kind of thought that was kind of a little bit of twist there, a little bit too.
Yeah, we've read that. Yeah, we've read that. I think we saw a video about the black-eyed children who they rung a person's doorbell or something of that nature.
You can't let them in, and if you know about them, they'll come to you.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, we love creepypasta, so we're honestly always looking at creepypasta stuff. And she watches a bunch of short horror stuff. I mean, she's seen everything, man. Anything and everything she's watched, and I think that's why she comes up with this amazing, crazy stuff. I think their new one's gonna be even crazy. It's only a 40-second one, and it's really effective.
Hey, you know something? I like micro short films because some of them are pretty good. I mean, a lot of people don't like shooting micro shorts. They like to go for the shorts. But there's some great micro shorts out there where you can get what you need to get done.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree, man. If you can do something effective in 40 seconds, you really got something on your hands. And she told me about an idea that she had. She saw an animation of it, a little bit different than the animation that she saw. And it's in the same vein. Mm-hmm. And I thought it's so cool, man. That's the one that I pitched to that guy I told you about, the Martin Scorsese producer. But yeah, they loved it, and I think she's on her way, man. Her ideas are way better than mine. And I don't know if I sent you all the behind the scenes photos, but as you can see, she's also a better director than I am as well.
That's pretty good. Good. How long did it take you guys to shoot this film?
We were pretty quick, right? What do you think? Yeah, one day, but it was I think we did it in 4 hours, roughly.
It was easy.
Yeah, we were quick. We always move pretty fast. So, 4 hours, and then we edited like that. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it? Or the next day?
Next day it took 30 minutes.
Yeah, she did like a 30-minute edit on it on one session, and then another session for 30 minutes, and then got it in the can.
So that's
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, an hour of editing.
So in the near future, do you think you will ever do the walk and make it into a feature film?
Oh, that's cool, man. I actually had somebody reach out, believe it or not. I mean, we had actually a bunch of people come out to the premiere, and some of them are like, producers and things like that. But I think there was a couple people who mentioned, maybe pushing toward that, which would be cool.
And you went in rooms to see the short films, and mine was the most filled up.
Yeah, she did. She had the most people in her short film for sure. So all of the celebrities kind of caught wind that were at the festival, that like people from Nightmare on Elm Street cast, and like Felissa Rose was there from Sleepaway Camp, which was cool. There was just a ton of them. Dave Sheridan was there from Scary Movie. Like there was a bunch, and they all came to support her, which was so cool. And so half the thing is like filled up with celebrities like cheering her on. I was like, that is the coolest thing ever, man. And yeah, it was pretty sweet, man. Look, that was the coolest film premiere I've ever been to.
That's pretty awesome. So how did Felissa Rose like the film?
She actually really liked it. She gave me she was chanting Echo's name too, which was cool, and like everybody started doing it. It was insane. And then she gave me her contact information because she's like, I want to work with Echo in the future, which is pretty sweet. And then today, I should, right before we came here to come on the podcast, I don't know if you're familiar with Anouk Whistle, who did Turbo Kid, but that is like her idol. So like she loves Turbo Kid. That's her favorite movie. Second favorite movie. And Anouk actually posted her short film today.
That's pretty awesome. I'm a huge fan of Turbo Kid too, because I love it because it's good and bloody. It reminds me of Mad Max, and Michael Ironside was just a perfect villain. I can watch that movie over and over again. That's a good taste of film there, young lady.
I've been watching it since I was
two, maybe one. I got a video of her. It's so funny, man. She loves Turbo Kid so much. I'll send you the video.
Okay.
It's probably 7 years old. And if I took Turbo Kid away from her, or I stopped playing the music in the car, she would cry, man. She was like, she loves Turbo Kid. She knows every word to the film since she was one. That might have been like one of her first few words. Since she was 1 or 2 years old. And I just took video of her all day because I'm like, this kid is obsessed. I've never seen any kid obsessed with a movie like this. And it's just so happens that it's Turbo Kid. But yeah, man, I'll send it to you. It's hilarious, man.
I gotta see this, man. You're raising your kid right. Getting her into some great, classic horror, especially 80s horror. I'm a big fan of the 80s horror, the type that was made for video that came from the mom and pop video stores. Man, those are the best kind.
I am the same way. I've shown her a lot of it. What's your favorite one you've seen recently?
Movie?
Yeah, horror.
Is Freddy vs. Jason count?
Freddy vs. Jason's like 2000, but that's probably in there. But yeah, she's seen like Evil Dead 2, the Evil Dead remake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, all recently. Pet Sematary, not the remake, the old one. Oh. And I mean, this is within the last week. So she's watching all of them.
Hey, I love this kid already. She's going to be a great horror filmmaker. And I can just picture her twisted mind. She's probably thinking of some twisted stuff right now in her head.
She does. She says some funny things sometimes, man. She plays Roblox, and it's for kids. She'll play on there for kids. But if somebody kind of gets under her skin, she can just speak horror scripts.
Hey, I can so picture her. She's this young girl on the playground. Why these other young girls are into like Barbie and all the cutesy stuff. Here's Echo. She's into all the horror and all that, and she's just like messing with them in their mind, and be like.
Scifi and Toothy upstairs.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Can you go grab that? She's gonna go grab something really quick to show you. That's really funny because she is definitely an oddball at school, but she
comes into school so many times and just rips his ear off.
Yeah, she's got these cool things that she collects. These really crazy creatures that She buys them off Etsy, like most kids like to buy maybe a T-shirt off of
Yeah.
Etsy or something for a kid. But she's really into like she's very into horror, so she bought these things custom made or whatever. They're very cool, man. But yeah, she's very, and then like she'll draw stuff at school, and then they'll send it home. She goes to a Catholic school, and they're like, you know that Echo like is drawing this stuff, and it's always monsters every time.
Oh my gosh, I bet those nuns and those priests at that Catholic school are going, what's this damnation you drawing all these creatures? I bet they're scared of her.
Show them what it is. It's she's going to show you. I know that the listeners can't see it on the podcast, but she's got. Can you bring it to like right here?
Oh,
so this, and then show them the toothy and teethy.
Okay.
So basically, they're what do they call Echo?
Teratomas.
Teratomas. Do you know what a teratoma?
No, I don't, but they look neat.
What is a teratoma? It's like a
something that grows in people, dogs, bodies, and they can cause cancer. And they have teeth, hair. They can grow anything. And this one can grow butt cheeks.
Oh, one that grows butt cheeks, huh?
Yeah, they're crazy, man. And this really grows inside of people. They've made it like a little, I don't know. So she wants to start making these too, and she's been talking about doing practical effects for a long time. So we're trying to get her into that a little bit more. Like just she wants to do like latex stuff. She follows a guy, Will McDaniel, who does like these really cute. They're just monsters, man, and they're made of latex and hair and stuff. So she's trying to get into that pretty soon.
But once this like boy at school, he was messing with me and he ripped off one of my little like creature's ears, and I told him that a teratoma will grow in him.
And you know something? And I bet he believed you too, didn't he?
Yeah, he was really scared. He started crying.
Hey, you know something? It serves him right for being a bully.
That's right.
So you got Echo, you got Italian heritage in you. Have you ever thought of maybe also doing like an Italian type of genre type of film? Something unique?
Maybe, yeah. She's really into that kind of like that genre, that style of film too. So we've seen pretty much. I mean, we've seen a million horror films. So I think that I'm curious to see what she does with this next one. Mm-hmm. She's got an idea for two of them, really. One of them is going to require a lot of practical effects that we're going to have to make, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's about like a. Can I tell them about one of them? I won't tell them the short one. About the date one.
Oh, yes.
I haven't told anybody about that. So we've not told anybody about this one, but there's a guy who's like going on a date with a girl. Mm-hmm. And he's been dating her, but never came to his house or whatever. And then she decides to go over, and he's like, listen, you're not going to like my roommates. What does he say?
He says, what? They're like...
my roommates want to cook for you is what it is.
Yes, my roommates want to cook for you.
So my roommates want to cook for you or whatever, and so he takes her home, and it's a bunch of things like this teratoma.
Yeah.
The listeners won't be able to see it, but it's like, I don't know, just creatures that are covered in blood and just nasty and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, they're so sweet, you know, and they're so excited that he brought his girlfriend home that he's been talking about. Go ahead, tell him.
And when she came in the door, one of them's like really short, and he says, I like your kneecaps.
I like your kneecaps, he says. But they're cooking, they're all bleeding and stuff, and they're trying to make like spaghetti and meatballs or whatever. So this woman's trying to hold it together while like these creatures are being so sweet to her. And in the end, what do? They win her over. They like she likes them by the end, but so she understands how sweet they are. But she's got ideas for creatures and stuff like that that'll be really cool for it. But that one will be like a little bit more intense than things that we've done before. But yeah, she's really excited about that one. Hopefully we can get it together soon. It's really funny.
I'll definitely want to see it, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what you're going to be doing next. And hope to see some more of your films. Go to different film festivals everywhere.
You go to film festivals too?
Yeah, I do. I go to a lot of them. My top 3 favorite film festivals is Nightmares Film Festival in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, I love that one.
Yeah, Jason runs a pretty good show. Love Jason.
Yes.
The Horror Hound Film Festival.
Yes.
That's a great one. And then, of course, the Days of the Dead Film Festival.
Yes, I love all of those. And I've been to all of those as well. Not Nightmares. I've always wanted to. Jason Toviston, I think is
Yep.
his last name. Rather than he's amazing. He's just an amazing creative himself. But they have the coolest awards ever too. And then she was asked to be in Scarefest the other night, so we're probably going to go to Scarefest, which we love.
Oh, I've been to Scarefest. Scarefest is pretty awesome. I mean, that's a great time. You know, she's going to have a ball. And the cool thing I like about horror film festivals, you feel like you're one big, giant family. Everybody gets along, and it's so welcoming and supporting, and you just feel like you're just like part of a big family.
Oh, I totally agree. So I premiered at Horror Hound with my feature film, and I still talk to everybody who was there. Not even just like attended, but all the people who work there. I talk to them literally every day.
So, do you talk to like Justin Ord and Nathan?
I love Justin Ord. Yes, I saw that he was in the hospital right now, so I'm like concerned that everything's okay. But yeah, he's a hell of a guy. All of them are great people, man. Great people.
Yeah, Justin's a great guy. He's like a very strong supporter, man. He's like helped me a lot, especially my podcasts and all this. If it wasn't for him and all the many other great people out there, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Oh man, same. Like Audrey and George Lane gave me my first chance because I didn't know that I was going to get in any film festivals with my own film. And they gave me a chance, and then everybody played us because of them and their opinion. I wasn't even going to submit to anywhere. I was going to submit just there and then be done with it. But they encouraged me to keep on going. They're really great people, and I can't wait for her to meet them because she was just a baby when I did my film. So I can't wait for her to take this journey too because it's the greatest feeling in the world. And you're totally right. It's a family.
Can I say behind the scenes
Yes.
from your film?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
once when this, so me, my mom, and my sister were going up the elevator, and we walked in, and then one of his friends named JP, he ran into the room with his shirt and pants off and with his underwear, and he said, "Antonio, your kids are here," and then everyone started laughing like crazy.
Yeah, he was doing a scene, and he had his underwear. And he thought somebody else was coming up the elevator that he's been working with forever. So he's just going to stand there in his underwear and make fun, just be joking around. And who comes up the elevator? Not her, but them, And she was like a baby at the time, 2 years old, 3 years old or something. And she's like, she talks about it all the time. And she loves JP. The guy's hilarious. He's in my film. And, yeah, man, that happened.
Yeah, speaking of George and Audrey, they gave me a shot to cover the film festivals too. They believed in me. Jason at Nightmares believed in me, and Justin and Nathan of Horror Hound believed in me. Because I was doing a horror podcast. Supporting indie filmmakers and sharing their stories out there. And, I'm still paying my dues, but, I went out there, to bust my ass to let people know who I am. If it wasn't for those people to give me that chance and encouragement, I wouldn't even know what to be doing today.
Yeah, same with me, man. Audrey and George, and then Justin took me under his wing, and there's a bunch of others, man. JK is a great guy. I don't know if you've met him yet, but there's so many good ones, man. Just the whole lot. I mean, the horror industry is a big family, and yeah, man, I'm so glad that she's going down that path, and I didn't want to push her down this path. I just wanted to give her a little taste of it, see if she likes it, and I definitely didn't want to step on her toes on her film. I was like, you do your own thing. You direct it. This is your film. I told her every day, this is your film. You don't like something, you speak up. Even if I'm doing it, you tell me. But of course, I'm going to guide her. But yeah, this was her film, and I'm so thankful that she's getting in this genre.
So where can everybody find you guys on social media so they can know what you guys are doing next?
Yeah.
Well, I have a YouTube channel. I posted it on there, and it's called Inchman5656.
Yeah, she's a huge Jack Stober fan who does real weird creatures and music and stuff like that. He's awesome, and that one of his songs is about Inchman. So her YouTube handle is Inchman5656. She's a massive fan of his, and so you'll see some Jack Stober stuff on there. And then she posted her short film there, and then me. I say don't even search me, man. Just search Robin, search Echo, and then you'll find way better stuff there.
I definitely will. And you guys, thank you so much for coming on tonight to share your story.
Yeah, truly an honor to be here. Thank you so much, man.
And everybody, thank you for listening. Everybody, thank you for listening to Horror Pop After